What's up, NFL fans? This is Bumblebee Talk Sports, and because the draft is tonight, and we will find out if anything in tonight's video is going to be true, or I guess if it was going to maybe affect Reuben Foster or Jabrill Peppers. Now, I am very excited about the NFL draft to finally and actually be here tonight. Now, I've been waiting forever, and I know you guys have also been waiting forever. You guys have been away making your mock drafts. You guys have been waiting to see who maybe your favorite team is going to draft, and now it is finally here. So I am pretty happy to say, I'm pretty happy, like I said, if you guys couldn't tell from all of my excitement. So let's just go ahead and talk about the two players in the draft that have had a diluted sample, and I guess the NFL is taking that as like a positive drug test, so I guess it's pretty bad for these guys when we're thinking about it. Now, first we'll start off with Reuben Foster. Seeing how his was all the way back at the NFL Combine like a month ago, something like that, all the way back at like the beginning of April, and most of you guys probably do not remember because he was also sent away at the Combine for like a separate incident. So I feel like it was kind of swept under the rug in a way. So I don't really know what a diluted test means. But Foster kind of explained it in detail. So like what it kind of was. It's a positive test. So it's serious. So Reuben Foster wanted to at least explain it to NFL GMs and stuff like that before he gets drafted to say that he wasn't, doing drugs and stuff like that. So Foster explained in detail. He said that he was sick before the Combine, that he was throwing up, he had diarrhea, he couldn't keep anything down, he was cramping. One advisor offered that a doctor put IVs in him to hydrate his body, but he didn't want that. So he went and saw a doctor and got some medication and started hydrating himself. Foster believes that the sickness that he was suffering from was just simply food poisoning. He couldn't eat much, but instead he drank water and a lot of Gatorade. Then a few coaches approached Reuben talking about how he was too light for the NFL Combine. And if you guys know anything about Reuben Foster, the reason why he's so good is because he is a coach pleaser. He doesn't care what other people think, but he does care about what coaches think. And that is probably the most important thing in an NFL player. So he drank and he ate as much as he could without throwing up so he could bulk up. Then he went there, meaning the bathroom, drinking and drinking so much water, trying to flush out the system from whatever was making him sick, which throwing up, diarrhea, basically anything, but also trying to maintain his weight. And dude, it was so weird. So the result of all of this was a diluted sample. So yes, this can affect Reuben Foster's NFL draft stock, maybe, but I really highly doubt it. He's a top linebacker in this draft, if not the #1 linebacker in this draft. He received the Dick Butkus Award. He's an NCAA champion. He's a 3-time SEC champion. It's really a no-brainer. In my mock draft, I said that he was probably going to go #6 to the New York Jets, and maybe at the latest, #10 to the Cincinnati Bengals, but other people have him dropping all the way down to like the mid-first round, and it's like, my God, do not drop to #20, because it would just be ridiculous if the Broncos could get him, because DeMarcus Ware retired, so we could just have that and Von Miller on the other side. My God, we'll be freaks, but no doubt, this guy is a top 10 pick. Alright, so the second player might not really have as much security with being drafted in the first round as maybe like the #1 linebacker as Reuben Foster. So the second player that we're talking about is Jabrill Peppers. And Jabrill Peppers is, don't get me wrong, a beast. he actually played both sides of the ball in college, and I don't see a lot of players doing that. So in my eyes, just alone, that makes him a beast. Who plays both sides of the ball in college? It's ridiculous because everybody in college is just going so hard. I couldn't imagine it. But people who are apparently experts at the NFL draft, people that I'm talking about like Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, already said that Jabrill Peppers is already a late first-round pick. So this might push him to the second round. But if that happens, just fall to the Broncos, like I said with Reuben Foster, and we'll take you. Now, Jabrill Peppers is kind of in the same boat as Reuben Foster, as in the drinking a lot of water and being sick around the time of the combine and leading him to test positive for a drug test. So let me go ahead and break it down for you guys. So first, I found out what a diluted sample is. So we can also trace it back all the way to Reuben Foster because I went up and finally found what a dilute sample means. So a dilute sample means that the sample is just simply watered down. So it makes sense. So now I'm telling you guys why this happened to these guys, why they got diluted samples. So Jabrill Peppers went to the combine. He was sick after flying there from San Diego. He had already had a history of cramping. Jabrill Peppers was being pumped with fluids, drinking 8 to 10 bottles of water every single night before he went to bed. Because he was the first guy to work out in like the first days, and that's a lot. Like he had to work out the first days with like the linebackers and the defensive backs, and that's already intense because he plays safety. And then after he had that first day, he had to just come back out on the very next day for the running backs because you guys, as I said earlier, this beast plays 2 positions in college, as in safety and running back and like kick returner and punt returner. He just does basically anything. And I'm pretty sure in the NFL, I don't know if he wants to play safety or running back, but my God, if he plays both sides of the ball in the NFL, this guy will be, he'll be Deion Sanders. He'll be Deion Sanders. It will just be incredible. But anyway, Jabrill Peppers was pounding water and was really under the weather, but he never failed a drug test in his life, nor has he ever tested for any substance while he was at the University of Michigan. But as I said earlier, the NFL treats a dilute sample as a positive test, which means Jabrill Peppers will enter the NFL in stage 1 of the league's intervention program, such as he'll be subject to further random drug testing, plus fines and suspensions for further positive drug tests. If you guys watched my mock drafts, I had Jabrill Peppers going like 18 or 17, something like that, to the Washington Redskins. But I actually do believe that this will affect his draft stock, but only to the second round, not far, maybe like an early second rounder, maybe like somebody like, man, even 33 to like the Browns, something like that. But maybe he'll just even make me eat my own words when he goes to the NFL. If you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to watch more videos like this one. I post NFL videos like this one every single day. I had an NFL mock draft and it was pretty incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed the draft tonight, and I am pretty excited to see who my very own Broncos will be drafting. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll just go ahead and catch you guys next time.